Hello, my name's Sue Hudd. I'm a psychic clairvoyant and medium. This is my predictions for May 2021. Please subscribe, share, and like to as many people as quickly as you possibly can, because so many of these predictions and that are being taken down now that you're not being able to see them. So this is going to be a very exciting month for us, May. Well, first of all, it starts off when we all feel that we need some serious counselling. And to be quite truthful, I think we actually do. We sort of got to the time in the periods in our life where enough is enough. And the first 2 weeks in May, we will be more touchy, more frustrated with our work, with the people that are around us. We won't have so much patience. So try to maintain a calmness. This is a very spiritual journey. And I know you've been told this a million times before, but one more time's not really going to hurt you. So you might as well just sit there and listen anyway. So being a spiritual journey, it's to help you to elevate to pastures green, better climates, better energies, better stuff, instead of living in an environment where we're just surrounded with lies. We don't honestly know what is truth anymore. And to be honest, I don't think anybody knows what is truth by what they're delivering. People have got to the stage now where they genuinely believe the rubbish that they're actually telling you. And that's why, because when somebody delivers a message with great passion, that's why we end up believing every single word that they say. So, okay, so let's have a look and see who's going to start off and going to have to run for high ground during the early part of May. And that's going to be all things here to do with communication. This is going to be a very much more political whole energy across the world, because when people have had enough, they become more outspoken. And that's what we've got to do now. Remember, no violence, no aggressive actions whatsoever. This is going to come back to haunt you if you do. So you have to say things here in a very much more calm way, because no matter what you think, the quieter that you are, the better energy that you're sending out, and the more consequences and actions will come of that. So if you sit down, block the roads, then you end up not only stopping the traffic, but people then will want to hear what you've got to say. And then maybe they'll start then believing you and taking on and thinking, well, that's a good thing to do because this person's not being aggressive or angry. I said, I get really fed up with listening to people always shouting at me all the time. And I'm going, oh my goodness me, what's the matter with everybody? Try to keep here in a good space. Now, Spirit are still going to be testing us psychic people right up until the 1st of June. Now, I've told you this right from the beginning part of the year. So you are going to have to take the consequences. So those that have been following particular people, you will end up taking the consequences of your beliefs. And you will be tested on those. So whether you end up taking the jab or not, the decision now is completely and utterly down to you. It's about what you're being sucked into, what you believe. But during the latter end of the May time, then this is still in this truth serum. So whether you like it or not, you are going to be shaken up. You are going to be told things that are going to absolutely freak you out. You're going to be saying, this cannot be true because it's so out there. But then if you would have done your homework, like everybody is telling you, if you would have done more and investigated a little bit more, you would have been listening to the right people. And that's what's going to make this journey towards the latter end of May so much easier for you, because you'll never believe that humanity can behave the way that they are. Everything that we know is built up on lies. And because of this, and actually now looking at things and seeing facts, this month is not only an emotional month, but it's very much more a visual. So you're going to see the truth, whether you like it or not, and whether it scares you or not, you're going to see something here that opens your eyes, and that's a good thing. So I'm sorry to say, which I said last month for you, that Epstein is going to be now back in the forefront. Anything here to do with those type of cases and that's all you'll be hearing on the news. But to be honest, it's a change from all the rubbish that we've been hearing all the time anyway. So we might as well hear a different pack of lies. But then there's going to be lots of leaked information. So I'm expecting now the news channels to not know how to cover their back because of all the rubbish that they've actually been saying. And all forms of media, you're going to be brought down in different ways. That tried and tested channel that you've been using for some time, you'll find that it doesn't work, and they'll see what it's like, because this is the beginning part of the month about what goes around comes around. So if they've been blocking other sites and blocking information from getting out, then they're going to have a little bit of a taste of their own medicine during that time as well. So they will come down. So if you're relying on your internet to get information and stuff like that, you may have to find other ways of listening to information. And any resources are better than the ones that we've been doing just recently. So this is good. So I do see new companies coming up towards the latter end of May that will be bringing in competition. This is going to be a big month for competition, particularly for those in the media. So those people, as I said, that you may have been looking up to over the last couple of years, and you may now be changing direction and going in a different one yourself. And we all need to be very flexible. We can't just follow particular people and think that everything they know is absolutely right. Because no matter how brilliant we like to think we are, we don't get things absolutely spot on all the time. But on the whole, our thoughts, our ideas, our passions, the way we say things, we're doing it with really good intentions. We're not doing anything here to harm you or hurt you. We're doing it to encourage you, to get you to just open your heart and your souls to see that not everything that we get told, particularly by our governments. And this is why I'm quite excited about May, because the UK politics and that, oh my goodness me, are they going to have a hiding? So those that do bother to go out and vote will not be voting for parties that thought that they had an amazing and comfortable support system behind them. They are going to get slaughtered. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know what I'm allowed to say anymore, but they are going to get the biggest hiding of their life. So I'm telling you now, if you're in the political field, do not take anything here for granted. It's going to be those strange characters that say, get back to work, and this includes the London mayor as well. So if you thought that you could just do things here old school or do things and get away with just saying enough, then I am telling you, you're going to end up with the biggest loss that you've ever had or anybody has ever seen in history. People are going to be all or nothing. They're either going to be, which most people that I've spoken to have said, oh, I'm just going to scribble all over my ballot. I'm going to show them in that way because they're all the same. And that's absolutely true, because all they've done is got to where they are on lies. And who has actually backed up what they've ever said before? None of them, because they're still keeping you in the same trap. But remember, this year is about changing our political journey. It not being about same old three parties, the same old way that we've done things and that before. It's not. It's about opening our eyes to it and say we need now people that are going to do what they say and improve our lives and change things. So yeah, we've all been waiting for our taxes to be changed. This is going to happen because I'm telling you, they are going to be coming out and they're going to be screaming anything at you. They're going to say, right, we've got to try and save this damage. And everybody, what they always do in political parties, they're going to say, yeah, but we got one more vote than this person. But you know what? You're all a load of rubbish, and you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself, the way that you've behaved, and because you do work for us. We do pay you. And I don't know why we pay you, because if we were doing the same standard of work, what would you do with us? You would either turn us off, sack us, get rid of us, because those poor people that work in factories and that have to do a job to survive on, they're being threatened with that every single day. If you don't have this done, or if you don't do it this way, if you don't get this many orders out, you're going to be sacked. You're not going to be able to pay your mortgage. Well, guess what? You've been having your mortgage paid. You've been giving yourself massive great pay rises. You've been doing all these things and getting away with a lot. I'm sorry. I seem to be on my soapbox today. Feel free to turn me off if you want to. I don't think I'll be getting many shares and likes this month. Anyway, this is me. This is the way that I just do things. Sometimes you just have to get your passion out. And as I said to you, May is going to bring this. So there's going to be the biggest demonstrations that we have seen across the world. Every single country are going to be coming out. They're going to be ripping off the mask. They're going to be going back to work. They're going to be saying, well, if the UK can do it, anybody can do it. Because we take a long time to warm up, to get ourselves angry and passionate and be able to speak out. And this is an exciting turnaround for us, because the outsider that has decided to put themselves up for election could end up being surprised. They could end up getting in, and then maybe they'll start panicking. But the most important thing is they won't conform. They won't do things because they've been given treats to be able to get to where they are. So, as I said, this is about standing up for what you actually believe in, bringing back your freedom, and actually taking back your lives. I told you all last month, if you open, we'll come and shop. We'll buy things and that. I'm telling you, in my town, nobody's really changed at all. I'm looking out there and there's nowhere for me to shop yet. And it's not that I've got loads of money to shop. I just want to go out and shop. I just want to be able to buy some essential things that I need for my home. But also, May is going to have a lot of negative publicity, and that's going to be talking about our foods and crops and all things here that are going on. So it's not just about rain and different climate conditions, because it always freaks me out when they're starting to talk about the environment. I know that that's just another story that's coming up. But if they do tell lies, they will be caught out, just like the Lorraine show this week, when it was caught out by showing old videos. Exactly the same with what's going on in India at this moment. It's all fake. It's all old stuff. It's old information, old footage and that. So you're going to have to delve a little bit deeper. You are not going to be able to get away with just saying, well, I didn't know this and I didn't see this before. It is wearing us down by saying that. So open your eyes, do your own little bit of investigation. So you've actually got something to say that you can then be much more intense and passionate about it. So this is a journey now of being honest in your relationship, about being honest in your work and your life journey. And don't let people tell you all the time what to do and what not to do. It is your freedom. You have the power. You have the power with your cross at the ballots, and you have the power with your money. If you're having trouble with the banks, then take your money out of the banks. Don't put them there. Put it somewhere else where you can have easy access. You would not believe the amount of people that have been emailing me saying to me they can't even get hold of their own money. And then when they go into the banks, they have to give 20 reasons of why they want to take out £500. So you're not talking of thousands here. You have to remember, it's your money. It's your life. You've worked hard for it. And all they've managed to do is take all the taxes and take everything. So we've got new currency centres that are going to be open during this month. So we're going to be talking about all sorts of exchange rates and all sorts of things here that are going to be going on. And this is going to start getting excited because for the first time ever, the right people are going to have the money that really care. And when you get people here that care, they're going to be spreading it. So everybody's going to have something to be thankful for, something that's going to change in their life. And I don't mean that you've got rid of the relationship or you feel that that's out the way, because that's not. That's obviously something that you've all been creating or that you haven't sorted out before, that it's got to a pitch now where everybody's anxiety has just got too much. Well, the cryptocurrency, make the most of the next couple of weeks until, I would say, if I'm being really conservative, I would say that you've probably got up to about the 18th of May, and where there's still going to be growth. And then you might have had a couple of hits before, but you're going to get it during that time. So you will find that the big boys then, and all associations to big companies, and that will go through big drops. And you will find a lot of the things here that are associated with the stock exchange, and that is going to go through a good tidying up during that time. So any of those companies that are being part and parcel of fake news or lies and things that have been set out have got nowhere to hide. And people will be reacting with everything here that we believe now to be true. So the truth is going to count, and the truth will be really powerful and really good. There is also going to be coming out from Russia, which is going to dampen all this stuff here, talking about wars and the USA and all of this type of stuff, who's going to pick on them and not. And they're going to be showing footage of leaders actually discussing how to set them up. So that's going to put a shockwave around the world, saying, oh my goodness me, maybe those truth seekers that have been out there saying that all these different things and that are going to be happening may have actually happened, because it's all going to start to unfold. Everything during this month, and like I said, it's a jaw dropping. Our mouths are going to be hanging down well and truly on our stomachs. We're not going to believe it. Social services, they're going to come under a lot of scrutiny, not only because that they've told people to keep looking after the children, that they have to have the jab. So they've been told that as well. And if those have gone on against their will and still gone on and had it, you will be able to hold them responsible for anything here that comes up in the future. There's going to be a real smart USA computer whiz who's going to come up with a loophole that will be able to sue some of these companies because of all these contracts and that. And it would be nice now to see alternative ways and natural ways to be able to start looking after our bodies in the near future. 2022 is all about natural healing, natural living, healthier food, better water, things that really suit our system rather than just putting toxins in it. We've got to clean everything up now. There will be around the Manchester area in the UK a big car company that has been talking about it moving somewhere else in Europe, and so they would then put shockwaves in saying there's going to be a lot more laid off and that. But don't worry, because the people of UK are coming back and we're fighting. And we're fighting here because we're creating our own businesses and our own factories and, and work for everybody. We're going to start manufacturing, that exciting word. We're going to start making clothes, and we're going to make clothes with qualities. We're going to invest in our youngsters. We're going to get them and encourage them to start up new businesses so we can do this. So all these small companies and these what I call small dreamers will end up creating a new dream and making this country something to be really proud of. Flags are going to be flying, and they're going to be flying really well, but not to support royals or anything like that, because we will hear news about the royals, more of them, particularly in around the Epstein cases and the publicity and that comes out. It's like the political arena wants other people to be focused on rather than them for their shoddy work or what they've actually got away with. So it's like sort of waving their hands over here saying, look at this, look at this, look at this all the time, and doing that. I'm sorry about that. So my pad has fallen on the floor, so I hope that didn't make you jump. Usually does me. So if we look after this month and be honest with everything we do and everything we say, and if we do that, then we're going to get through this month full of joy. And this is definitely going to be the year where we save the children, where we look after them. So it's not threatening them. It's not telling them, if they don't wear this, if they don't do that, this is going to happen. It's a time now of bringing back freedom and joy. And even though May is quite an emotional month, because it will touch everybody's heart in some shape or form, it is worth it. So remember, if you're investing in the cryptocurrency, anything here that's an outsider, anything that's just popping up for the first time, anything that's associated here with, funny enough, I just got Shell popped in then, but that's a big company. So if there's anything here that's associated with Shell or oils, liquids, that type of thing, and it's only just coming into it, that will be something to look at during this month. And then apart from that, I would just avoid the big boys at the moment and invest quietly and carefully. But remember, your money is yours to do what you want. But this is a time now to look at all the cryptocurrency, because if you don't, you're going to be pretty freaked out of what's going to be going on with all the financial system in the near future. Please do remember, I'm not a financial advisor. You must do things your way, just exactly the same that I'm not a medical person. So you have to take your own choices and your own decisions. But that's what I'm trying to tell you anyway, that life is about making your own choices. You cannot blame everybody else if you're miserable or things are not going right or you're not feeling well. You have to do something about it. So this is the month to take control. Be around people that make you happy and put a smile back on your face. That is the way that you need to do things now. And like I said, the people that disappear from our life as we go into June, because June is about following and finding strong friendships, following your heart's desires during there, knowing that anything that brings joy and fun, the first thing when we actually get back and have all this freedom, the first thing I'm going to do is have a party in the town and start celebrating and start hugging and being around people and enjoying other people's company. It's so exhausting being afraid a lot of the time. And that's what so many of you guys out there are projecting back on me. And you're saying, I'm scared. Who do I believe? Do I believe this nurse or do I believe that doctor? And I'm sorry to say it's very difficult to believe anybody at this moment in time, because they all seem to be being paid amazing money to keep us in this confused state. And this has got to stop. So let's stop it. Let's stand up for ourselves. But remember, no violence, no aggression whatsoever. And that will be exciting for you. So good luck and have a wonderful month of May that is full of great rewards, great joys, particularly if you're ambitious, particularly if you want to make this country good. You're all welcome. You just have to bring something great to the table, and that's what you've got to do. So my name is Sue Hudd. I am a psychic, clairvoyant and medium. I hope that I will be around here next month to continue on after my ranting this time. I doubt if anybody will tune in. I promise to be happier and better for you next month. Have a wonderful time and look forward to the greatest month of the year, which is going to be June, because our eyes are wide open. We feel at long last we've got some true justice, and that's exciting. And our finances are going to amazingly improve during that time. There'll be so many things that we don't have to pay for anymore. Yay! That's good. Have a wonderful time. And please share, like, and subscribe. Thank you. See you next time.